Welcome back to another Tuesday Quick Tip with your favorite Realtor, Dayna Hennigan. Today we're talking about credit disputes, and this is going to be a good one. Now, normally our Tuesday Quick Tips are just what it is, quick. However, Valerie with Higher Score Solutions is going to give us a lot of nuggets. So my suggestion for you today is to go get a pen and a paper so that you can take down all this great information that she has to share. Valerie, take it away.
Thank you so much, Dayna. So my tip for this month is basically paying off collections. Contrary to what many consumers think, paying off an account that goes to collections will not improve your credit score. That's right, you heard that right. Negative marks can still remain on your credit report for 7 years, and your credit score may not improve until that collection listing is removed. On top of that, you'll have to wait until it reaches the statute of limitations, and this can vary for each state. Now, each state has its own statute of limitations for different kinds of debt. Now, also it's important to keep in mind that some credit card companies operate according to the statute in their home state, not yours. So before it's removed from your credit report, which is normally around 7 years, it will continue to impact your scores negatively. Now, the good news is that the older information is less impactful on your credit report than the newer information. So I'm going to share with you 4 ways you can successfully remove collections from your credit report. The first way is called a request for a goodwill deletion. So if you are making regular on-time payments or have paid on a collection account, send a goodwill letter to the collection agency basically explaining why the account went into collections, but I caution you, please be very brief. Don't go into too many details, but let the debt collector know, like for example, if you're planning to buy a house, that it's important that that information or that comment be removed because you would like to be able to purchase a home. Again, then kindly ask them to remove it. The second way is dispute the collection. So if the goodwill letter falls flat and the debt collection remains on your credit report, it's time for a more advanced method. So for this, you will need a current copy of your current credit report, all 3, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. And once you have them, you will have to, of course, to review them and look for all the collection items on your collection report. So confirm all the details if you are seeing anything inaccurate, and then report the inaccurate information to the major credit agencies. Now, only report the negative information from each respective credit bureau. Don't do it across the board unless all 3 credit agencies are listing that same exact debt. So if you can find inaccurate information, the credit bureaus will have to fix that information, okay? This method can work because rather than simply disputing the entry in its entirety, you're going to write an advanced dispute letter. So that basically lists what is essentially inaccurate with this particular item on the credit report. So using this letter, you will insist that each piece of information is corrected or that the collection can be removed. And this makes it more difficult for the credit agency to verify the collection and hopefully results in them simply removing the collection altogether. The third way is to request a debt validation. So if you can't find inaccuracies in your credit reports, write to the collection agency and ask to validate your debt. So under Section 809 of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, collection agencies are required to validate that they are attempting to collect if you request that they do so. Now, the main issue here is that you have only 30 days to make the request after the collection agency first contacts you. So if they are unable to validate the debt, you can ask them to remove it from your credit report. And the final way is to negotiate a pay for delete. So when your original creditor can't collect your past due balance, it'll sell your debt to a debt collection agency, which means you now owe the money to the agency. But when the agency buys your debt, it doesn't pay the full amount. It may pay only a fraction of what you owed on your original debt. So if the collection agency can get you to pay off the debt, it makes a profit. So as a result, you should leverage a payment in your negotiation. So how do you negotiate a pay for delete agreement? Well, you offer to pay part of your balance due in exchange for getting all negative information related to that debt off of your credit report. So offer to pay 30% of old debt, for example. For this to work, you have to get this agreement in writing. So an agreement over the phone will not hold up. You could do your part and then learn that the agent that you spoke with did not make a record of the deal. But this pay for delete strategy can help when you can afford to make the payments. Now, again, I caution you, because if you do agree to have a pay for delete, if you have late payments can be reported separately, even though it's associated with the same debt. So if you negotiate with the creditors to get a collection account removed, be sure all of the negative information goes away. And if all else fails, you can give me a call at Higher Score Solutions, and I will be happy to assist you. And again, thank you, and I hope this tip helps someone out there.
Like I told you guys, that was a lot of great information on how to dispute your credit. However, if you need a little bit more information, feel free to reach out to Valerie at Higher Score Solutions. And as always, reach out to me, Dayna Hennigan, your favorite realtor, for any of your real estate needs, whether it is buying, selling, leasing, or investing. Thanks for watching Tuesday Quick Tip, and I'll see you guys next time. And always remember, I'm invested in your investment.